Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Andy's Toolbox. In this episode, we're talking carpenter's hammers. Mainly, we're talking about the new offering from Harbor Freight, which is a titanium carpenter's hammer. I'm going to go over some of my opinions that I've developed on owning this style of hammer and maybe help you decide what you want to do with your carpenter's hammers. Okay, so on the top of my toolbox here, I have 3 hammers. Okay, I have these 3 hammers to show you the difference between titanium and your standard hammer. Now, this is an old Husky hammer I got from Home Depot. This is a good hammer. It's served me well. It's a 16-ounce hammer. I've beat this thing, I've abused it, and it's held up. These fiberglass handles generally are indestructible. This is a good hammer. Now, at 16 ounces, this hammer is about what I would recommend for a guy my size, 5'9", 175 pounds, to use to do framing or anything, hammering nails. This is about comfortable for me. Now up here we have a 21 ounce. Okay, now this is a demolition hammer. This is more for destroying stuff. Okay, now I would not be comfortable. It's longer, and I wouldn't be comfortable swinging this to hammer nails. It's too heavy and too long. Okay, but it is very strong. This is an Ox brand. It's very strong. I've ball bearing tested the face of this, and it's got good rebound. It's a well-made hammer. I think I paid about $30 and some change for this. It was a great investment. This hammer can do any demolition work that you need to get done, and it won't even flinch at what you're doing. But lately, in the past 5 years or so, these titanium hammers have been getting more popular. Okay, now I remember when I was buying silverware for camping, and I found some titanium silverware that was available as an option, and it was nice, and I opted to pay a little more and get the titanium silverware for camping. Okay, and I got the silverware, and it's basically like regular silverware. I mean, it's not like hardened steel, but it is comparable to just regular old steel silverware. Okay, it doesn't rust. It's medical grade. It's decent. Okay, well, you would think, well, why would you go with something like a titanium hammer versus something that can pass the ball bearing drop test? And I mean, this hammer can go, I don't know, 3-4 generations down in a family before you would ever have to dress it up or sharpen it. I mean, this hammer is literally the gold standard. Why would you want something that is basically comparable to regular mild steel, not high quality tool steel? Okay, well, that's why I have this guy out. So this is a 16-ounce tool steel hammer. This is 14 ounces, so this hammer weighs less. But here's the big kicker here. If you put those faces next to each other, this one weighs less, the Doyle, but look at all that contact area. So this equals less missed strikes, and this being titanium has a shock absorption feature, which means that less recoil is coming back through the hammer into your arm. So this means that not only are you going to be missing less with the bigger and lighter head, you're going to be utilizing the energy you're putting out better, and it's going to go into what you're hitting. So this is kind of where these hammers have kind of taken storm onto the market. Are they better for driving nails? In my humble opinion, you're not going to find at this point in time a better alloy for driving nails than you are titanium for the benefits that you're getting out of the productivity. Okay, now can you beat the snot out of these other hammers? I have. You can see this hammer is well used. This one here, it hasn't been used nearly as much as this one, but this hammer, it passes the ball bearing drop test, and so does this one, by the way. But I mean, I imagine, but I haven't tested. But this one I have. This is the industry standard here, a skeletonized hardened tool steel 21 ounce hammer. But you're not going to really need the strength of this hammer for driving fasteners. Okay, this is more versatile. This is going to boost productivity. In my opinion, if you're going to a job site to do any sort of construction work, you should have probably all three of these hammers. This one's a better nail puller. It's got a bigger curve there. This one can be used as a pry tool, nail puller. I mean, you can rip out conduits and all kinds of stuff for demolition, break stuff. This guy, if you're building something, this is going to be your best friend for the reasons I've already stated, that it gives you more contact area for weight to weight ratio, and the energy is going into your work, not back and up through your arm. So that is why I would recommend going with a titanium hammer, as well as a few other options in your tool bag. Now into this hammer, here's what it says on the tag. It's got some 35% less weight, yada yada yada, lifetime guarantee. I do like that. The only problem I've seen with this hammer is it has a check right there, a crack, which means that the wood wasn't properly sanded to fit into, or I'm sorry, that it means that they probably should have used a slit in the wood with a wedge in order to get that excess area filled out. I'm always a bigger fan when they put a slit, a wedge, and then they put the retaining whatever you call these metal things, the retainer pieces in there. So that my only complaint is, if you're gonna sell a $60 hammer, why not, make this perfect? But other than that, it's got a lifetime guarantee. If this head ever gets loose, I could either take it back or buy a handle and do it the right way with the proper wedge and whatnot. So that wraps up this episode of Andy's Toolbox. We're talking hammers, we're talking titanium, and yes, I felt that it needed to be touched on because it seems to be all the buzz around the interwebs. These titanium hammers, you know, are they hoopla, or is there practicality to them? And for what I explained already, I do recommend grabbing yourself a titanium hammer for $60. So here's the thing, $60, I spent about $66 on this. I have a Harbor Freight credit card, so I automatically get 5% back. So I spent about $62 or $63 in actuality. Now there's a holiday coming up, Veterans Day or Labor Day or something like that. Can't remember offhand. And I do believe that Harbor Freight will be offering a 10% or 15% discount. And they do allow you to go back in and redeem it on purchases that you've made within the last month. So I will probably get another $10. So all in all, I would say I paid about $53 for this hammer. And that's not a big investment. So you all can do the same thing now that they're offering this Doyle Titanium hammer. I know that the stilettos are the industry standard, but now they're offering a better budget alternative at Harbor Freight. And I mean, I'm by no means a carpenter. I don't do construction very often, but I'm only 40 years old, and honestly, when I buy a tool like this, I buy it for old me, not for current me. I think, well, in 20 years, I have appreciated this tool enough. So yeah, I feel that way. Yeah, I will have appreciated it enough in 20 years, for sure. So $50 and some change isn't, you know, a whole big deal. I understand when you get up into the $300 titanium hammers, it becomes a bit of a head scratcher for some people. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get notified when I release new content. If you like content like this, if you like just talking about tools and conversation about tools and work and all that good stuff, leave a comment and drop a comment in the comment box. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And I mean, I love to talk about tools, and if you have an opinion, I mean, feel free, because I'll respond, and we can share and talk about tools, because that's what my channel's about. It's a social channel. It's to help you understand, make educated purchases, do DIY and home built projects and all that good stuff. So take care, guys. Catch you next time.